Uh, Good evening, everyone. Uh, I promise to take a look at a lot of companies. I've taken a look at Bitcoin itself and cryptocurrency, and then I'm invested in it. And now, I'm trying to create a new fund. Tapi I'm not gonna entirely focus on Indonesian stocks or US stocks. I'm trying to learn a lot of new things in this financial market because switching costs untuk switch from uh equities from country A to country B is not as hard. It's not as big as it was before. And then a lot of the informations, and ini juga relate ke switching cost ya, itu sudah ada di a lot of financial networks ya. Kalau lu orang kaya, lu beli Bloomberg. Kalau lu anak UI ya, dapat Capital IQ, which is the second choice to Bloomberg. Or Refinitiv, kita juga bisa dapat Refinitiv. I prefer something more simpler. Yeah, I like Capital IQ. It doesn't give too much headaches. Nggak terlalu banyak yang bisa dimainin. So kita bisa lebih fokus on researching the company lebih jelas ya. So I'm entirely new to the capital market yang Japan. Yeah, especially I don't really know anything about it. So uh, let's just dive. Now before I go masuk ke the company itself, I just want to know what's the cost of capital looking around here. Let's say Japan interest rate. Nah, kita lihat ya. And then ini really blew ya. Really blew a lot of risk on assets waktu itu. Jadi suku bunga Jepang itu berada di negatif 0,1% for almost 8 years. 2016 terakhir dia turunin ke negatif 0,1. And basically I think the reason why itu adalah they need to really stimulate their economy sampai orang yang minjem aja dibayar gitu loh. And now based on this theory kita bisa bilang kayak kita punya hipotesa bahwa the total Japanese stock market should be doing fine, right? Well, could be the case, could be not the case, tapi let's see. Tapi even still with the current interest rate being positive 0.5%, it's worth to mention kalau ini masih murah banget. Masih murah banget. Okay? So the interest rate is around 0.5%. Now you add like a 1 to 2% premium untuk conglomerate companies ya. Kalau small cap ya, small cap itu mungkin you add like 5% premium, yaitu ballparking untuk cost of capital perusahaan-perusahaan ini. Kalau mereka mau main dari debt. And then also add more premiums kalau misalnya the riskier it gets gitu. Jadi idiosyncratic ke perusahaan itu ya. Oke. What about prices? I'm curious about CPI inflation dari Jepang. Let's see. Total CPI. Let's okay. Let's see 10 years. It's not looking that bad either. Dari 100 ke 111. Yeah. This is mm, not too concerning, even with their super low interest rate. I still don't get it how they can manage this kind of interest rate and then getting just reasonable CPI results. Tapi okay. Yeah. This looks moderate enough gitu loh. You have 2% CPI. That's fine. That's fine. That's good. Now let's see Nikkei. Yeah. Also overall stock market doing right. So ini ada. Nikkei baru drop like a ton I guess kemarin ya, from 40,000 yen to 36,000 yen. And the stock market, how's it going? Hasn't gone anywhere dari yeah, it almost doubles dari 2021 but hasn't gone anywhere. So could be I don't know Nikkei ini indeks apa ya, price index, value weighted index, equal weighted index dan kawan-kawan ya. Konstituensinya gimana? Konstituensinya industrials, consumer discretionary. Okay. Probably this is one of the reasons why consumer discretionary and industrials makes is what? It is comprised of 42% of the whole index. So of course jadinya lagging banget ya kelihatannya indeksnya. Kalau lihat the information technology which we all know they should apa namanya, trading at a higher multiples ya. It's only 12%. Makanya that's why could be, ini masih kita belajar bareng, could be the Nikkei bisa bisa lagi gara-gara itu. And gue tertarik banget sama this one name, Hikari Tsushin. Hikari Tsushin ya. Hikari Tsushin itu uh, trading at around $263 per share. Oke. And then kalau di Jepang, lu nggak bisa beli satu satu share doang. Minimum itu 100 share atau one lot. So in order to buy this, you have to buy 100 of it and then minimum itu $26.300 untuk sekali pembeliannya Hikari Tsushin, which is nasty, nasty work. And gara-gara ini gue bisa tebak kalau the order book itu tipis banget. And then the ones that are playing here are not retail. Ini pasti nama yang cukup underfollowed karena it's not really apa ya? It's not really reasonable untuk retails beli ini karena probably retails have portfolio worth $10,000 or less. Tapi I'm not saying you shouldn't buy this, but the price shouldn't reflect untuk lu bakal beli perusahaan ini apa tidak. Karena there are tons of ways untuk bisa buy this company. Okay, maybe using calls, okay, or maybe shorting puts, or lu bisa construct the derivatives sendiri ya. Tapi I'm not talking about the derivatives here. I'm talking about Hikari Tsushin dulu. This name has been mentioned a lot by David R. kemarin-kemarin, and he's pretty much long 5% of its ETF. Jadi David R has given its partners around 2,000% return on a 5-year range, or sorry, 6 year, 5 years. And he's pretty much good at this, so I should listen to him. Maybe we should all. Okay. Let's see. Let's try to guess why does he like this. Okay. Now, before I'm gonna go to anything, let's see. Dia punya beta yang 3 tahunan itu 0,95. 0,95, and then currently it's around $11 billion worth the company, yeah. Enterprise value 14.6 billion. Okay. Institutional ownership 54%, floatnya 38%. Even though the floatnya besar, tapi nobody really trades his stock ya. And the stock has been gaining a lot of dollar gains ya. Kalau lihat dari ini bulan 7 sampai sekarang, it almost 2x the company. Now let's just blindly look at the financials. So, gue buka financial highlights dulu. Hikari Tsushin ini pakai USD on million. Okay. Okay, can I download this? Okay, hold on. Let my Excel do the work. Okay, Hikari Tsushin. Okay. Kalau lihat here, they've always account. They're not really. Uh, yeah. Hold on. They've went on a good growth of equity. Yeah, it's been a good equity growth. I don't need to see the numbers, but they're getting good. Solvency nggak banyak masalah. Debt to equity, they're not concerningly levered, but they maintain a good level of apa namanya, leverage on their firm. Jadi nggak begitu concerning. Yang penting not the leverage itself yang jadi masalah, tapi how do they pay back and how do they structure the whole debt. Jadi jangan langsung bilang kalau the company is bad because the debt to equity is almost 100% or even more. Doesn't work like that. Every PE in this world beli perusahaan and then using LBOs, and then perusahaannya disuntik-suntikin hutang. Doesn't mean that the portfolio companies itu buruk because there are thousands of debt. Tapi you need to see why the debt is created and how do they plan on removing the debt or maintaining the debt and etc. So debt to EBITDA, I don't like this metric. Okay. Financial highlights-nya nggak gambarin banget ya. Revenue has been stagnant. How do they grow this much equity? I want to know. Tak bikin kasar banget aja. So equity growth, kita bikin per quarter. So this should equals new equity divided by this. Sorry. And then you minus 1. And then this here should be in percent. Okay, and then voila. Oops. What? Was it gone? Oke. Kenapa dia nggak bisa komen R ya? Oke. In MacBook, you cannot use hotkeys. Di sini susah banget. Trying to learn hotkeys here sama aja kayak nyisain hirus nipis sih. Um, Switch to blue color. Ya bisa kelihatan jelas. They achieve quarterly growth. 2%, 5%, 1%, 1%. Okay. Equity. Quarterly return on equity is good because I think how levered they are. Let's see to capital IQ. Lebih jelas balance sheet-nya gimana. They are obviously cash rich, and I really need to know what is this 7 billion. Okay, why is it like this? Hmm. Kenapa ini? Dia ada masalah apa? Sure. Okay. Obviously, they're not. They're heavy on cash and receivables. They have ROU. What is this assets? Should it be a stock asset or what? 7 billion in other financial assets. Other materials. Let's see. Hmm. It looks like they're a conglomerate. Let's see. Their revenues are electricity, gas, internet communication line services, water delivery, and insurance. I think they They levered up using insurance maybe. Coba kita cek ya. Mhm. Christian guys. Telecommunication 30% year on year. I should have looked other past numbers. Segment 91 billion yen. Oops. 91,400 million yen. Okay, 91 billion yen. Operating profit 19 billion yen. And it's a nice margin. I don't usually cover telecommunication industry, so just ballparking kayaknya it's a nice margin to have. Operating margin. You can divide it langsung di otakku and find the margin number. Okay. It's a conglomerate, yeah? Beverage segment, telecommunication, electricity and gas. Uncorrelated source of revenue. That's like that's nice, okay. Insurance. Commission-based sales. Okay, financing there. So for financing, microfinance. Okay. This revenues. Okay. Okay. Hold on. So oh no, I don't want to see quarterly growth. Uh third party products. Third party products should be the sales, I guess. Solution segment. 7 billion yen. Um, okay. Okay, what the fuck is other financial assets? Insurance, contract, interest-bearing liabilities. Uh-huh. Trade payables. Okay, they are levered. Gedenya the interest-bearing liabilities, but non-current. I should look at what notes are this. Tenorsnya gimana? Uh-huh. They're also levering up. Okay. Which is good. That's fine. Capital surplus retained earnings. I need to understand what capital surplus is. Shares. Okay. They achieve double-digit return, especially on this. This is what we're looking the most. Like the equity, not their earnings per share. Earnings per share is vital part of if you're looking at the company, but uh uh it can tell you a lot of story. Tapi uh equity tells you the most straightforward story of the company. Word revision. Now let's ask ChatGPT. Yeah. I think gue punya gambaran perusahaan ini perusahaan apa. Beer server. What the fuck is a beer server? Server or server? Beer server. Okay. Uh, okay. Unsecured straight note bonds. The coupon is 1.5%. They probably issue it at par. 1.5% is nice. Above 1% above it, above interest rates. We should see the government bonds. Japan government. It's no. 10 years. 10 years 1.5%. Kalau what about 1 yearnya yieldnya 0.62%. So kind of makes sense. What's the spread? The spread for the 10 years bonds it is 2.3% and 1.5%. So a 50% spread. Untuk lu punya bond rating yang bisa dibilang oke ya, dibilang oke nih. Ya A plus, I don't know A plus artinya apa, ya pasti udah masuk investment grade lah ya kalau udah ada kata-kata A. 5 years maturity, let's see, 50% spread on the 10 year and then 5 years 1.16. Sekarang bondsnya oh okay. Okay, so 400 sorry 40, yeah, 40 basis points. Okay, so they're financing their business activity through not that leverage capital, tapi uh this this is also because of the ratings yang mereka offer itu bagus. So the higher you are, the lower yield you're gonna offer to the market. And then let's see how the cash flow is doing. Uh, what is this cash? What is this cash flow, man? Tsushin. Oh, hah? Capital IQ, bro. Apa masalahnya ya? So you get 75 billion yen in profit. And then lihat OCF-nya aja deh. OCF dia oke. Oke. Finance income negative 3 billion. Just received, okay. Dividends received, tax paid. Investment securities. They are investing in a lot of securities, yeah. So probably, uh, yeah. Probably they generate value from their new investments. Let's see. Mhm. Look through earnings. Wow, this is super new to me. Look through earnings. Oh, they also achieved 17% internal rate of return for the past 7 years. It is it is amazing. Earnings yield. What's a look through earnings? Um, 7% stake. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's a good concept. Uh, I've never heard this one. Dimasukin di IR material. So okay, what's your earnings? Which means that this really tells you that their investment returns are producing positive returns, and internal rate of return they achieved 17% for the last 7 years is a good one. The book value. So how does this work? The earnings yield is look through earnings divided by investment book value. Okay, as chat GPT to this. This is a whole new thing to understand. Can you explain me about look through earnings? So ini nggak dikasih tahu mereka punya berapa persen, tapi ini the aggregate or consolidated number ya. Ah, I see from their investment, earnings yieldnya berapa persen. I see. Okay, okay, that's a concept. I'm guessing dividend yieldnya ini juga nggak should be C divided by A ya. Dividends from their company berkalikan dengan portfolio company sekalikan dengan shares yang dia punya. Is he levered enough? Yeah. What is this? Public listed equity method affiliates reason. Hmm, is this their voting rights ratio? Is this their ownership in the company? Ah, so their ownership. Yeah, they own 47% of Zapalas Inc., 43% of Benefit Japan, and then from what I see, these are all uncorrelated investment portfolio, and then they generate uncorrelated revenues, which generates uncorrelated cash flows too. And this is what Berkshire Hathaway it is right now. They own hundreds, maybe thousands of companies, and then I believe they're levered as well, like Berkshire. Um, is Hikari Tsushin levered leveraging its portfolio using its insurance business insurance float? Yeah. Yeah, but I agree. Their B2B network should be a high mode business because the barrier to entry the business kaya internet communication is super high. If they can generate good cash flows, good profitability, dari uh one of their one of their high modes business, it's a good one. And they're asset light, as I mentioned before. ChatGPT got it right, man. 1 trillion yen, 6 billion investment portfolio. 1 trillion yen. Yeah. Bottom line, in Japan, Berkshire Hathaway in the making. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, yeah. So essentially, Hikari Tsushin is what we can understand. They are okay. Are they buying back? Okay. They are a conglomerate. They are asset light. Tadi kita udah lihat their balance sheet. They don't really use apa namanya? They don't really have a high degree of leverage di mereka, which means they are asset light. And then they produce strong cash flows dari investment portfolios yang mereka probably not probably it should be from dividends. I don't know if there are any preferred dividends paid. Should take a look more. And then their businesses are super growing as well. So what we can see is that Hikari Sushin is a super good capital allocator. They do buybacks with the new with their income from their portfolio companies. They invest in more and more companies and achieving what 17% IRR, which is great. I believe if they could get more leverage by borrowing more yens, which they are doing. They are it's let's see. They're so that what is total capital bentar. Takutnya gue sama ini beda lagi ya sama capital IQ. Oops, no, 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 no. What is total capital? What is total capital menurut capital IQ? So let's just get into it. Nggak dibagi sama total assets ya. So this total debt you divide it by total assets and you use the okay. Oh, they are tapi to equity they are levered 96%. I think they should be levered more. 120%, 150%. If they keep making good investments, that's fine. Uh, if 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 they could, let's see the Rui. Where's Rui? Huh, where's Rui? Masa nggak dikasih tahu sih? Ah, what about performance analysis? Huh? Aneh ya. Ya, they generate 17% a year. Just great. And then the name is right now liquid enough. I think people should own this stock enough rather than owning Berkshire. Menurut gua Hikari Tsushin is one of a great once is one of a hell compounder. Sorry, one hell of a compounder, and then they're and tadi point gua tadi I think they're not levered enough. I think they should issue more notes. I don't want the notes to be if I was a shareholder of Hikari Tsushin, uh, I don't want the notes to be convertible because they have strong fucking cash flows. And then what I'm seeing is also they produce amplified return on equity. They have what 70%, 90%, 50%. I think what they're aiming for is 20%. Uh I think they could aim more to 25 to 30% if they're levered enough. That's why I'm telling debt to equity should be higher, not lower. If 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 they can manage their investment portfolios as well. But I think they know better than me. So I'll just leave it as what it is. And if business could remain as normal, uh seeing 17% internal rate of return for the past 7 years and hoping it continues, and then if you purchase the stock and which the beta is, well, what is the beta for the stock? 0.95. If you can make the beta to 1.2, 1.3, lever the position enough for it to be so how do you know? So if you want the beta to be that, so at 26% leverage on the position, if you want this to be more compounding. Well, if you still believe in if you really believe in Hikari Tsushin or the management, I think the thesis here is not too deep. They don't have any catalyst. They don't have what a really complex thesis, and this is what I like about in companies that uh is the what an obvious long you don't want to short this thing. there's no short thesis and there's only one long thesis, is that they produce they manage and produce capital super efficiently. They're super asset light. They produce strong cash flows. They have 17% IRR past 7 years. They have not concentrated investments, uncorrelated investments, and they're not levered enough. So that could be the catalyst. They're not levered enough. I think they should issue more notes. And then probably the biggest ick for me is the beta is 0.95, because I think the name is a bit followed, but I don't think it's trading uh as big as Nvidia, no, but it's a bit followed. A lot of people are starting to recognize or realize his name. And then yeah, this is a super slow compounder. You're not talking a bombastic moves +3 +2 standard deviation moves. So if you're looking for a stable position and wanting to compound this stably, you should buy this. And then I don't think this should be one of the biggest investment in your investment portfolios, because watch out for the beta. You don't want to be correlated enough in the market. You should hedge this with other positions, so making your investment portfolio beta neutral. But if you don't want it to be beta neutral, and then you say, hey, I'm comfortable with beta in my portfolio, with a positive beta, especially one. I don't suggest bigger betas than 1.2, 1.3. But uh, if you're comfortable enough with its current beta, I think 3 years is it's a good, it's too big sample size, so you should really test for the IID of this beta statistics. So what is IID? Independent and identically distributed. EED, independent, identically distributed. So what I'm trying to say ada make sure the beta itu IID, or even it's not IID, nggak sejauh itu gitu loh. It's independent to past and future results. It is identically distributed within different range of times, within different range of sample sizes. So make sure the sample sizes is above 30, and make sure it's random too, so it doesn't hurt the statistical properties if you are testing the properties of the beta itself. Oke, nggak susah kan? Jadi my final recommendation, buy the stock. It's not financial advice. You shouldn't have this too much. You shouldn't have this too not much, too low. You should have this just fine, and look for more uncorrelated investment opportunities out there. That's it for me. Bye bye.